on the jet, I don't do traffic jams. This whole acting man, so I test her. Been on airplane mode, cause you ain't nothing special. I'm popping my shit, I ain't popping no Tesla. Killing my vibe, acting extra. I'm on some shit, let me cook it, I'm next up. Face pretty, I shoot from the neck up. You can do what you want when your check up. Can't do what you want, gotta catch up. Okay, 2K and no way, shit, I'm paid in this bitch. Okay. Came from the bottom, used to pray for this shit. Okay. My ex in the place, she gon' pay for this shit. She gon' pay for this shit. All that pain got me rich. Okay. Got a badass bitch with some thick ass hips. Hop in my whip with them thick ass lips. How she walk on the beach, I'll pay for a trip. Okay. Fuck it, it's nothing we have in the bed. Walk through the mall, taking pics for the girl. My head on the motion, I call you a fan.
Welcome back. Tap the screen. If you're new here, we don't start tea until we get to 10,000 taps. It goes pretty quick usually. Holy shit, Hayden, I'm screaming. Not Hayden already has the rules set up. Sorry, I'm a little distracted, but we're back. Sorry it took me so long to come back. I was just having a moment with some of my close supporters. That was a crazy first live of the day. That was so intense. Thank you. Everyone who, let me turn this back around. Everyone who supported and was with me, before the little series thing, and then during the series, and all of that. Everybody who tapped the screen, who commented, who shared the live out, who subscribed, who gifted. Seriously, thank you so much. For those who would want to be part of the sub Discord, all you have to do is subscribe on here. You can click the little star at the bottom of your screen that says subscribe. It's like $2 and some change a month. And then send me a private message on here and I will send you the link. If you are new here, please drop your daily heart me. It's the only gift that I will ask you to do. Also, if you can, check out the link in my bio and follow me on other social media platforms. I am about to start doing more in-depth, longer videos for YouTube. If you know who Rotten Mango is, think more like that. More, a lot of research, way longer than a couple of minutes like they are on TikTok, and different topics too. Also in the Discord, there's a suggestion folder for those who have, Jen, thank you so much, for those who have suggestions on topics or people that they think would be good for me to cover. Holy shit, y'all. For those who missed it, if you weren't here, Ria, I always get your name. I always mess up your name. So I'm actually looking for a graphic designer for not just merch artwork, but for some artwork for on here. So if anybody knows anybody, I did have somebody, but I no longer do. But I do have a close mod of mine who is creating some stuff that, to be honest with you, it looks, for me it looks fine. But I have some other ideas that I want that I don't think she can do in the app that she's using. I think you have to have, like, software to do it and shit. Miss Lady Love, I don't bring people up. Shauna Lee, thank you for the subscription. I don't bring people up in boxes unless they complete the live goal. I know that sounds crazy, but it's an insurance thing. It's nothing against you. Is that the gossip grid? Y'all, let me just explain something really quickly before we get back into these court documents. So, if y'all don't know, Gossip Grid is like a tea page on here, and they took the concept of Gossip Girl, and that's how they deliver their tea, which is, first of all, fucking iconic. I am obsessed. If my husband is still in here, he can tell y'all, I rewatch from start to finish Gossip Girl several times throughout the year. I can literally quote the entire thing. But I used to have a tea page for the gay, or G-A-Y, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but the gay, like, socialite scene in Houston. And it was very, very big and very popular, and I ran it like that. That's how, you know, because I'm just so into it, and I'm so into writing, and so when I saw this person's page, I'm from Houston, I thought, God, what a fucking iconic way to distribute information. That is so, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love that even like the way that they put out tea is written how they do on the show. So, yeah, thank you guys. But yeah, if you weren't here earlier, I got my first uni ever, and it was so crazy, and I cried because I've been, you know, off and on this app for the last 4 years, and I've gotten so many big gifts, and it's not about the gift necessarily, it's about the meaning, I guess, behind it. Like, I don't take for granted ever that, you know, you guys are literally, you know, using your hard-earned money to give to somebody, and especially a stranger that you don't know, and like this was a stranger who I did not know. So thank you, Nay, if I don't know if you're here, but thank you. I can't say thank you enough. Thank you to everybody for that battle series. I forgot about it and I didn't push it, and I thought, oh, this will just be silly, and then we fucking crushed it, and now we're like on to the next thing. It's called, it'll pop up here on the right hand side, you'll see it in a second. It's called the Brunch Buddy Battles. I don't know, it's a TikTok thing. They sent invitations out, and yeah, so I had to get off and reset and also have a moment with my we call them the Supreme Court, or I call them the Supreme Court. Holy shit. Hi, Real recognizes Real. Thank you for coming in, guys. All right. So, if you missed earlier, we were going over the court documents. I am not going to start over right now. However, I am going to have another live tonight where I think, if my body allows me to, I am going to pull an all-nighter, and we're going to go, because it's 113 documents. Hi, sweetheart, how are you? It's 113 documents. Actually, this is what we'll do. We'll set a goal, and if people in here will, in the chat, say, hey, like, I want to hear from the beginning, but I'm gonna pick up where I left off. But if you want to hear from the beginning, we're gonna set a new live goal, because that's crazy. Let's see. Trying to think of like a cool little. We're gonna set a live goal of a TikTok universe. Let's see. Shit. I wish they would come out with some different ones, some different gifts, but. And then if we reach it before this live is over, or if we reach the sub goal, then I will start over tonight, and I'll go all the way through from start to finish. But for right now, I'm gonna let's see. Damn, man, I don't fucking know. The hell? What the helly? We'll do 10 of these bad boys. It's nothing crazy, but it's also nothing too light. All right. All right, if we get all 10 of those before this live is over, I will start over from the beginning of these court documents tonight on my live. I'll go live a little bit earlier. That way, I usually go live around 9 p.m., but I'll go live around like 7:30-ish. And yeah, so if you're new here, tap the screen, drop your daily heart me, comment in the comment section. You do not have to gift to be here. That is never a requirement in my lives. I will not treat you any differently. I love when y'all do gift because yes, this is my job. I am a content creator. This is my third page in the last month and a half. The other two got reported and taken down. Mandy said we're fucking starting over tonight. Shelby. Mandy, you're crazy. That's wild. Okay. So I'm going to scroll back up oh, no, I'm not. Yeah, so I think we were not continue litigating. Okay, so we were at section 14. One more thing about the sub stickers. I'm having new ones created right now. The person is working on them. If you are a sub, in order to get a sub sticker, you have to gift over 10,000 diamonds. I know it sounds like a lot, and it has to be in one live. But I only get a certain amount of slots for stickers, so I have to limit them. So that's just the way I do that. But there's other ones. Please drop those in the chat right now if you are in here. All right, section 14. Recall. His attorney knew since my 4/15/25 email sharing this that we would be exercising our statutory continuance. Thus, it was no secret today would not be any sort of fight, but a 5-minute continuance hearing. At the hearing, John was off camera in his attorney's office during the entire hearing, making his publicity stunt, followed by very publicized landing in LA to come to court for some dramatic hearing, all a clear facade to garner attention. Pin that, because we're gonna come back to it. Attached as Exhibit L are John's Snapchat posts. John continues to ask for orders, not posting online about W or this case in nearly every RFO he has filed to date, yet he does those exact things, as does his circle of friends, fellow TikTokers, and his mom, which will be addressed in Brianna's responsive declaration. First and foremost, what publicity stunt and publicized landing in LA? Because let everybody else on the internet tell it. Let these T pages tell it. 2K he ditched his son on Easter to go onto the Bahamas for vacation. I just made a response video to one of these T pages this morning who posted an entire video telling everyone that 2K abandoned his son on Easter and went to a Bahamian vacation. So what did he publicize? Because he filmed himself on a plane? But y'all thought he was going to the Bahamas. Y'all didn't even think, no, people didn't even think he was going to LA. I knew he was going to LA. Why did I know he was going to LA? Because he had a court date and he's a responsible person and a responsible parent. So I knew he was going to show up. Because he's not Brianna Olsen. That's how I knew. Numbnuts. Hold on. What is this? Hold on. I want to read Shauna's comment. Can we approve that? Because I think that was legit. That was good. Hold on. Where's that? Hold on. Where did it go? Let's see. It won't let me approve it. I'm going to read it, though, because I can see it. Shauna said, isn't her whole fight that the internet isn't real? So how can they use anything he does? Shauna, you get an A+ and a gold star today. What you're going to see throughout me reading this is nothing but contradictions. Yeah. Again, in this same, right after this, the whole publicized landing in LA thing, they kind of move on to, or the attorney moves on to how John has consistently requested in his RFO that he doesn't want Brianna to show Winter online or talk about the case online or whatever, but he consistently does it. You're comparing apples to oranges. Him showing like a moment of like just life happening, just normal life, him taking care of his son, or as the internet likes to say, or his mom taking care of his son. Which I'm not saying she doesn't help. That was the whole point of her moving in there. Like, they've never been shy about that he's a single parent. Whether y'all like it or not y'all, but whether people like it or not, he is a single father. That is the definition of a single parent. When the other parent is absent and the one parent is having to parent on their own. His mom being there does not mean that he's not a single parent. He didn't have a child with his mother. He made sacrifices and built up financially so that she could retire and come live there and help raise her grandson, because the actual mother of that child completely abandoned that child, wants nothing to do with that child, and has made it very clear she doesn't even love that child. And I stand on that. I don't give two fucks who disagrees with me. That's what I believe. That is the actions that she has shown. From someone who has grown up in a home, who grew up in a home, and still, at 34 years old, lives has a relationship with their parent where I know that my mother does not love me. She doesn't. I can see Brianna. Oh, Tarisha, I just got back on, babe. I mean, I've been on for 18 minutes, and for 15 of those or 10 of those we were just talking about nothing. But if you are wanting a full recap, if we get the live goal or the sub goal, tonight's live will start early, around 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I will start back at the beginning of these court documents, and we will go through the full thing, but I'm not starting back over right now. But yeah, we're just going through the court documents is all, my love. Anyway, that's just my take on that part of it. Section 15. While we were waiting to be called this morning in court, counsel sent me John's first proposed schedule received to date since the 3/24/25 orders were put into place. He offered a 4-hour visit to Brianna on W's birthday for blah, blah, blah. Then nothing until Mother's Day on 5/11. The rest of the dates he offered for May through July were conveniently on or around Brianna's announced trip dates. Travels for her upcoming birthday, she has spoken about at length on her live stream. Again, I say this almost every single live. I'm not a parent, but I guarantee you, if I was, what birthday trip? What travels? I'm giving up every moment to spend with my child. What the fuck are you talking about? And maybe he was being a little bit petty. I don't give two fucks. I would be petty too if the mother of my child had all them fucking creeps around my kid with cameras shoved in his face being fucking weird. I wouldn't just be petty. I would have fucking disappeared. I would have taken my kid, fled the fucking country. You would have never seen me again. Because you would have never had my child in that fucking atmosphere around those dirtbags, those creeps, those PDFs ever again. You yourself, Brianna Olsen, are a fucking PDF file. You are a watch, I'm gonna get taken down. Guys, go follow my backup, Shelby Says So 3. Or actually follow me on favorite. It's Shelby Says So 90. Because I can say whatever I want over there, but I know I'm gonna get taken down. Because I went too far just then. I already know it. How dare you, though? Like, how dare you fucking do all of this and then... And I understand it's the attorney's job, but have a little bit of... what's the word? You know what I'm saying? Have a little bit of, like... I don't know, man. What's the word that I'm thinking of? Tact. Have some fucking tact. Decorum. Yes, all those. Decorum, tact, All of it. All of it. Yes. All of those things. And I get that. And I get it because that's what you're being paid to do. But also, you can't be overly aggressive and in a way almost disrespectful